Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for taking time today to join us with Topeka Collegiate Distance Learning Library Program. My name is Kimberly Svaty, and today we're going to read two books. The first is called Press Here by Hervé Toulet, although we think that's his last name. He's French. I'm not sure that I'm doing it justice, but given my last name, Ginsher and Svaty, I'm used to people totally butchering them. So I'm sorry if I did get it wrong. Anyway, this is Press Here. It's one of our all-time favorite books in this house. So hopefully you all have read it too, and we can enjoy it together reading. So the first, are we ready? Are we ready? Jackson, Mariner, Evelyn, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got our yellow button. Press here and turn the page. Tink. As Callum Marine always says, tink. Okay, now we've got 2 yellow buttons. Great. Now press the yellow dot again. Okay. What happens? What happens? What happens? Oh, I know. Now we have 3 yellow dots. Perfect. Now rub the dot on the left gently. Good job. What happened? Well done. And now the one on the right. Although, which is kind of strange because it says the one on, this is the one on the right, but I think we just totally did that wrong. Fabulous. 5 quick taps on the yellow because we turned one of them blue. The one you rubbed was red and it stayed red. We turned one blue. So what happens when we see 5 quick taps on the yellow? Oh my gosh, we got a row of 5. Okay, so now 5 taps on the red. 2, 3, 4, 5. So fast, just speedy. The rojo. Whoa! Now what? We have 5 red, 5 yellow, and 1 blue. So finally, 5 taps on the blue. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay! Thanks, bud. Look at here. What happened? What happened? What happened? We have 5 blue, 5 yellow, and 5 red. Perfect! Now let's try shaking the book. Just a little. Okay, can you shake it just a little for me? I think that's what Gal always does. Oh my goodness, what happened? They started to scatter on the page. Not bad, but maybe a little bit harder. Can you shake it a little harder? Nice. Okay, what happens? Oh my goodness gracious. There. Well done. Now, let's tilt the page to the left. Okay, hold on. Just 1 sec. We're going to tilt to the left. What happens? What happens? Oh my gosh! I was looking at it in reverse. We went the wrong way. And they all fell to the edge. Excellent. Let's shake the book one more time to get everything back in order. Can we shake it one more time to get everything back in order? Oh, okay. Now it's all in a straight line. What's our pattern, our color pattern here?
Red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue.
Good.
Oh, I have to.
Interesting. Try pressing down really hard on all the yellow dots. Good. Oh my goodness. What happens? What happens? What happens? We turn on the lights. That's funny. Let's turn the lights back on. Try pressing them all again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Perfect. But hold on. 2 of those dots seem to have switched places, but which ones? Okay, let's do our colors again. Ready?
Red.
Yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, blue,
yellow, red, yellow, blue.
So this is our pesky one here. He jumped out of order, didn't he? Okay, thank you for pressing hard, really hard on all the dots. What happened? We lost the lights again. Not bad. Okay, let's shake them up a little bit. Oh, look at this. They're in a rainbow. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's try blowing on them. Ready? Oh, good. One more. Good. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. Maybe a bit harder. Like the big winds that were howling through the neighborhood recently. Oops. That may have been a bit too hard. Let's stand the book up straight to make those dots drop down again. Okay, we're standing it up straight. Let's see if the dots drop back down again. There you go. That's perfect. Now, clap your hands once. Nice, thank you. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, they doubled, more than doubled. They like tripled in size. Whoa. Okay, clap twice. Nice. What happens, do you think? Oh my gosh, they got bigger, so much bigger. Okay, 3 times? Nice, okay. Oh, they're huge. We've got the huge red and blue and yellow dots. Some more clapping? More. Woo! Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping. Oh my goodness, look at how huge those dots are getting. They're just ginormous. Basically, there's only one yellow dot on that page. Oh! Whoa! That one took over the whole page. But maybe that was too loud? Okay, quick, press the white dot. Bravo! You want to do it all over again? Back to the beginning. This way. Nice job, guys. Press here. We love that. So the other book we're going to read, you'll notice that this book, really, it had some words in it, and it had some colored dots in it, and it told us a great story along the way. This book that we're going to read is a little interesting. It's called Mole Town. And this book has really, really detailed pictures, but it doesn't have any words. So let's see what this story is about. Let's see what we can learn. Oh, and it's by Torben Coleman. Or Coleman. Probably Coleman. Now that I say that. Okay, Mole Town. Actually, it does have a few words. These are the few words. The story of Mole Town began many years ago. One day, a mole moved under a lush green meadow. He was alone at first, but not for long. And over time, life underground changed. So here's our beautiful picture. Here's our meadow. And here's our mole. Okay, let's see. We've got beautiful lush trees, and we have some daisies. Everything's green, except for the one little mole, right? Mole Town, right there. Mole hole. Okay, so we've got our friend here, the mole. And he's got his one light, and it looks like he has some mole friends and family come down to join him, right? Looks like they've got quite a few suitcases, things of luggage. Looks like they've got a pick. And there's one little mole that has a hat on, and one that maybe is like grandmother or the mom, just because of the cloak that she's wearing. And I love this. We have our worm up here and our grub, which we read about grubs the other day, didn't we, when we read the book Alice the Zucchini? Okay, so we had one mole, and then we had 4 moles join, and so now this is their world. It looks like they have a bit of a mole home or mole apartment. And so we've got one mole, and he's got a clock and 1 light and 1 chair. And then this mole right here, he just has 1 light. Pretty basic. And then over here, here's another mole with a pretty simple kitchen, a stove, and a clock. And then here's one other mole and the bed. Just a bed and a light and an alarm clock. And it looks like maybe like a glass of milk next to that on that bedstand. So a couple people, oh, it looks like they have some basic lines of electricity too running in order to power these clocks and the couple of lights that they have. So pretty simple, simplistic life. But remember, that is more than the 1 mole. Oh my gosh, okay. What happened next? Look at this. That is pretty complex, isn't it? Look at this. Looks like they've built some significant stairs going down and down and down and down as they're mining. They're excavating. I wonder what they're excavating. I don't exactly. Well, it looks like maybe they're excavating coal. And they do have all their electricity lights. Oh, okay. Well, so they realized that instead of doing it all by hand, maybe they could bring in this machine. Maybe the machine can do the work of mining maybe faster with fewer people. And then, of course, there is our 1 grub. So it looks like that's a steam-powered machine. And it looks like that digger is digging out quite a bit at a time. Oh, and of course, here's our 1 worm. Here he is. Okay, so now this is what it looks like outside. Not as many trees, it appears. And certainly, let's count. How many mole holes do we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And some of those mole holes have like chimneys coming out of them. And 1 is all lit up. Interesting. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they take it to the next level. They need transportation. So it looks like they have streetcars. Sorry. And maybe a bit of a subway. And lots of mechanized gears. And maybe, let's see what else. Oh, we've got some pavers, some street pavers down here. We've got lots of moles. It appears maybe some of them are going to work. Maybe some are going to school. And clearly their town is now big enough that some are going this way and some are going that way. So there is a lot going on here. And now, remember that 1 engine, that 1 steam machine that they were using to excavate. Now look at what they have. I mean, that's super powered, especially in comparison to our little friend here, the worm. They have a super powered locomotive, it appears. And it looks like it's going to do some major drilling to push out more ground so more moles can come live underground. And look, there's some plans for Mole Town. So those are the directions to tell the moles how far they need to dig. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, it looks like now we have someone whose job it is to maybe do some planning. I mean, look at all this paperwork. So it's definitely a big office. Or maybe it's an attorney who's thinking about all the legal ramifications of all of this expansion. Or maybe it's a city planner or city manager thinking about all of the different resources that are needed to meet the demands of a community that continues to grow. So there's lots going on there. He is definitely a mole in thought, isn't he? He's definitely thinking quite a bit. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now what do we have? It looks like the moles have taken their apartment, like they've created apartments. And so they used to have kind of small earth dwellings that were clearly just made out of the earth. It appears here that they all have a very standardized amount of space and that they have all acquired different elements for their apartments. More than just your basic necessities of life, which would be a way to cook, a way to sleep, and maybe a little bit of light. So, but what's really interesting about this page is that it looks like that a lot of these things in their apartments were maybe you have a portion of an old telephone, definitely some older portions of a telephone from a previous era, an era that you guys honestly might not even remember telephones that had ends like that and that had a a circular dial tone. Or even look at this telephone on the wall and some old speakers and definitely an old type of TV. And this would be an old like Victrola, which was how people used to listen to music. Okay, so remember our very early stage of Mole Town, and now look at Mole Town. That is a very populated city, isn't it? Look at all the billboards and all of the traffic and all of the street lights. There's a lot going on there. And now, look at the community. What happened? It says many generations later, the mole's green meadow had completely disappeared. Almost. There's just a little bit left here. So I think it's important that we talk about making sure that we conserve and preservation. And here we have our little mole friend here, and all of these molehills are lit up with lights. The Mole Town Times, Agreement on Green. And so it talks about all of the different things that they're going to do to help conserve Mole Town as their town continues to grow. So this told an amazing story, didn't it? About development and population and about a lot of people living together in a community and just what it takes. And it told all of that without many words. So that's one of the reasons why I love this book. So again, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.